Hi everybody and welcome back to Dragon Eye Creations. If you are new here, my name is Laurel and I love to create. I create all kinds of things. One of the things I've been really wanting to take some time to show you guys is some of the fairy or gnome garden accessories that I love to make. So today I want to show you guys this beautiful and delicate little swing set that you can put in your little garden. It is pretty simple. All you need is some polymer clay, a couple wooden skewers from Dollarama, a wooden base also from Dollarama, and you're ready to go. So let's get started right now. I'm so excited to show you. Okay, so I'm just going to start with these wooden skewers from Dollarama. I'm just going to cut the tips of these off, the pointy tip and the big wide tip at the end as well. And we're going to do that to 4 of them. And then we're going to take one of these ones, which is the same thing but longer, and we're going to do the same thing, measuring that it will fit on our wooden base. And then we're just going to sand off our little pieces here. We don't want any rough edges. Make sure these 4 are all about the same length. And then I'm just going to add some green polymer clay to the wooden base. So I just rolled that out on my pasta maker. You can use a rolling pin or whatever you want to do. And then just added my pieces, trimming off the edges a bit. Doesn't have to be perfect because we're going to wrap those anyway. And just piecing it up so it's all covered. And I use a little cornstarch to help smooth it around. And then we just also wrapped it around the edges so it doesn't show any wood pieces there on top or on the sides. Again, a little cornstarch just to help smooth it. And then I took some lighter green and I just made these 4 little balls and put those on the corners. These are going to be our little grass mounds for our sticks to be in. And we'll put those in at an angle just so they meet up in the middle. Just press them right into the clay. And then we're going to take our top one and add that. We're going to attach it with just a little bit of brown polymer clay here. And then attach our top. And I'm going to roll out some brown polymer clay to make some vines to wrap around. We can just wrap those wherever we want them to be. You can see it's still pretty wobbly here. I did decide to go in and add some bacon bond again to this corner because it kept falling off. Then I continue to wrap more brown vines. And then I just took a tool and I just made some little textures in it to make it look more realistic. Just some little lines here and there. Add a couple more distinct little lines. And then I took this mold, it's a leaf mold that I got from Amazon. I'll leave a link in the description. And we're just going to make some leaves and put them all over the place here. I did use a couple different sizes just for some variation. And now I'm just using my ball stylus tool to make little dots all over the clay just to give it some texture. And now this is some brown and green I'm kind of smushing together, and we're just going to smear that right onto our green grass here. We're going to make little mud spots where the grass is worn off from our gnome and fairy feet. Just smear it right in. And then back to our texturing. Dotting, dotting, dotting. All around. Don't do it right on the brown though. We want to keep that brown all smeared like that. And just keep dotting. I did grab a bigger one to do on the other green part just to give some variation once again. And now some more leaves. I decided to bake that up at 130 for 30 minutes just to stiffen it up a bit. I didn't want to wreck all the work I had done. So now I'm back to adding more leaves again. And now I've rolled out some green polymer clay, and we're just going to add some more green vines now. Maybe wrap those in the other direction. You don't have to. Hanging little pieces here and there. And now I'm just using some blue and pink polymer clay, and I'm making some roses, again using a mold that I got from Amazon. And back to leaves again. And I'm making some bigger leaves. This is for our seats. So I made some bigger leaves that I'm going to prop up with this aluminum foil here. And then we're going to make some holes, one on each side. And we're going to bake those up at 130 for 30 minutes. And when they're all done, we're going to take some brown clay, roll it up, and just put it right in those holes there. Use a little bacon bond to secure it. Cut those so they're about the same length. And then with some bacon bond, we're going to just attach those directly to our swing set. Put them above our little brown marks on the ground there. Add a little texture to those as well. And then bake that up again at 130 for 30 minutes. And now I'm just taking some acrylic folk art color shift paint, and I'm just going to go over all the greens with a green color shift, and it just adds a little bit of a metallic color sheen to it. I'm not changing the color of any of this, so the blue I'm going to go over with a blue color shift, and the pink with a pink color shift. Just gives it a nice little fairy-like shimmer. And then I made a black wash using a little bit of black color shift with some water, and I'm just going to go over everything with that. The wood pieces and the green, it just helps to show the different textures we'd put in there. And this is a brown wash that I did on the muddier parts there. And there we have it. It is done. So there we have it, our little swing set is all done, and it's sure to bring joy to any little garden we put it in. So I hope you guys like this tutorial, and I can't wait to show you guys more fairy garden pieces. So make sure to subscribe if you haven't already, and let me know in the comments if there's any certain type of fairy garden piece you want to see. I'd love to hear from you guys. So until then, love to all, have a great week everyone.